every week, man.
I do. Okay, now we're live. So, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Plastic Fanatics, the late night Aftercast. I'm your host, Victory Saber 77. Got a really good show for you tonight. Got another blast from the past, and I think you're going to enjoy it. But before we get into that, and our screen sharing and everything else, we'll do some introductions. Charles, start us off.
All right, I'm Charles. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Optimus4Prez.
And did you get anything this week?
Yes. For my hauls this week, I got Halo, the Master Chief Collection for my Xbox One. I picked up Batman: The Killing Joke on Blu-ray. Dragon Ball Z: Resurrection of F on Blu-ray, and SH Figure Arts Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tron Viper.
What's up, guys? You can find me at Tron Viper on Instagram and David McLeod in the Roma Collectors Facebook group. And I didn't get anything. I got the old Deuce Egg.
Nothing wrong with that. Cool.
Yep.
Dust, you're up next.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Dust Mites on Instagram, Eddie Dust Mites in the Facebook group. Monday nights on a little show called Enter the Realm. Saturday nights on a bigger show called Plastic Fanatics, because we taking it down tonight, boys. That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm trying to get away from telling you what I got this week, because it's another Deuce Egg. So, trying to get away from, keep the attention away from the Deuce Egg. I did pick up a nice shell steak tonight with a potato. That
Cool.
was, that was good. But that's about it.
I know. Darius, Agent H.
You can find me on Cool Nerd Daz on Instagram and Darius George on Facebook. And didn't get much of anything this week. Just some random chugs for my collection, and that's about it.
Cool.
There's that word again.
That's right. Subliminal messaging.
There you go.
Okay. Come up to Jersey. You can take your pick, all right?
All right. I'm going to take that offer. Knocking on your door. Give me those chugs, Dust.
There you go. And for anyone who didn't watch last week's ETR show, you should go check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
H was on there talking about Company H. Really good stuff. So go check it out on the Roma Collectors YouTube channel.
Part 2 coming soon.
Nice. And Mr. Green.
What's up?
How you doing?
Pretty good. You can find me at Nick Brammer on Facebook and at Brammer_Nick on Twitter. And I, too, have the Goose Egg.
All right, cool. And Russell.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey.
Find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I didn't really get anything, but Anna did. So Anna got Victoria on, so she's really excited and
Sure, it's not yours.
No, it's hers. Believe me, because I'm done with Commando Wars. I was gonna get it, and I decided not to. And Anna liked it, so she said, "Well, I'm gonna get it." I thought, go for it.
All right.
So,
That's cool. I have a question for you, Russ. So let's say you liked it too. Do you guys double dip? And like she gets it and you get it too, or you just vicariously live through the other?
Probably. Nah, if it's something that I like, I'll get my own, man. Because she's selfish.
Cool.
She heard me from upstairs and she just laughed.
Cool. Right on.
Like a lot of the Star Wars Black Series figures we have, they're hers. But I like some of them. You know? She'll smack my hand. Don't touch my stuff. Yeah.
That's right.
So,
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's yours is hers, and what's hers is hers, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Like,
There you
hey,
go.
like the little Legend Shockwave that we got with the Combiner Wars line, you know.
Uh-huh.
I got that, and she just loved that. She loves that figure, so now it's her figure.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
naturally.
say, wait a minute. She got that, not you.
Yeah, she got that right. I bought it, but she took it. So. Hey, what can you do, man?
Cool. And Trent, what's up?
What's up? Trent5. You can find me at YouTube, at Facebook, and Instagram at Trent5. And the only thing I managed to pick up was a Titans Return Wheelie and Rewind.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Nice.
I like that
Nice.
rewind figure. It's a nice figure.
Yeah, that Wheelie is great. Willie's great.
Awesome.
Rewind's cool too, but that Willie's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it better
good.
than Ollie? Are you still? Would you take an Ollie if you got one?
He looks great, but from all the reviews I've seen, it's not a good figure.
It's perfectly fine. It's a great figure. It's nowhere near like Dirtfire, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Ollie's a fucking masterpiece compared to Dirtfire, man.
Yeah. That was a good
that
figure.
was a great episode. I was in tears. I was in tears watching that one.
We ran out of things to talk about. There was no more.
Yeah, that was a good episode. And if you haven't checked out the latest Big of Banging, go do that. That was episode 21 on our Collector's YouTube channel.
Not right now.
Not right now. After this ordeal that you're watching and sitting here for. But as for me, you can find me everywhere, Victory Saber 77. But if you want to join the show, go to my Facebook page, which is just right underneath my name there. Or if you're part of the ROC Facebook group, it will be in there also. You can get in here, talk about, shoot the shit with us. We don't bite hard, but it's all good. But as far as my hauls this week, I got it on Monday, so I'm going to count it for this week. I already mentioned on the ETR show, but Jose Hurricane BX, I got from him the red variant of the Batman from the DC variant line, along with the Arkham City Poison Ivy. Really cool.
Ah, cool.
And then I just got the DC variant Joker, so I'm now finished with that line. It's nice to be done. And then
Starting on a new addiction with the Halo ones.
yeah, I picked up the Player's Kai Kratos figure, which is really nice. It's back when Square Enix was doing the smaller scale. But then I also picked up at GameStop the Halo 2 Anniversary, which is a really nice figure, which I got him out of the box. So messing around with him. It's the most show accurate. That's why I went after that one. And big ups to Primal Sabbath, because I asked him which one's the best one. And he had to say, if you can afford it, buy that one and the Halo 5. I'm like, come on, man. You know what I'm going to do. I'll probably buy them all. But that's it. I think that's all I got. So I got some other things coming, but hopefully I'll get them before I go on vacation. But and that's another thing. I am going on vacation for the next 2 weeks, so there will not be a Plastic Fanatics next week or the week after that. Coming back 25th, and maybe I'll get this on iTunes. Working with AKA Jabatron on a nice little design for the show, so you can have a nice little thumbnail for it.
Cool.
And that's about it. So, yeah, we'll get into some screen sharing. Should be a really good show. If you saw the thumbnail, you know what the Blast from the Past is going to be about. And then we got some topics and other stuff to deal with. So, and Brian Brink is here at the very last minute.
What up, Brian?
Oh, you got in right at the buzzer. You got in.
Sorry. Yeah.
We were just to go full screen here.
I was almost on time, but I needed to make a beer run first.
It's all good. And we're joined.
Scam-a-lamma
Scammer policy on this show.
I've got the paint apps ready. I got what you need. Listen, Agent H is just feeding the paint app straight to me. It's all this really black market shit.
All right.
You know, only one in three people complain. I have to put them on blast. But now what's up, everybody?
The hustlers in the
What's
house.
up, Chris?
The hustler.
Hustle hard, baby.
Man.
Really gotta hustle that fucking $3 profit out of people, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think we have a full house here. So that's cool.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to screen sharing and everything else. Gonna do a little bit of shout outs so you can see my the thumbnail, right?
Yep.
All right, so yeah, that's what we're gonna be taking a look at today, people. Cops and crooks.
Fighting crime.
Speaking of
Time.
Speaking of crooks.
Speaking, I don't know why I expected anything less from.
The best show to be on there, Chris. Right on. But there we go. Moving on into Enter the Realm this Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out. Episode 56. Jackal Squad going to be talking about a lot of nerdy stuff. And last week's episode was great. We had Agent H, who happens to be on the panel today, and it was really good. Lots of good insight.
Extremely informative.
Yes.
Very.
And he is not being embargoed, I don't think, to Toy Detox. So he has to fulfill his contract with the ROC.
Realm.
He must do 3 to 5 episodes.
That's what's in the contract. There you go. And also, following the ETR show is the ROC Hangout on Monday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. It is hosted by the ambassador Tommy Barricade, along with his host Hurricane BX and Asian Kid Matt.
Occasionally, Kid
Occasionally.
Matt. Occasion Kid Matt.
He shows up in a cameo.
Boy, we just give monikers out left and right, man.
Asian Kid Matt shows up like Batman in the Suicide Squad.
And then we have Figure Banging. There was an episode that was just aired this last Wednesday, so you won't see it for another week, but go check out that one because it was a really good episode about showcasing Derp Fire.
And make sure you get your Dramamine before you watch.
Yes. Yeah, it's Transformers meets Blair Witch. It's kind of like it's really good, but you might if you have a tendency of having motion sickness, you may want to take something.
I'm trying to keep it simple.
No, it's upside down.
The arms, they won't go up no more. It's the rails.
But it is hosted by Ace Milo, and his co-host is actually on the panel, the analyzer, Brian Brink.
Yeah, man. That was good times, man.
Just a little tidbit there. He's bringing it to me at next week's NJCC. So anybody that wants to play with Kronos, well, I'm bringing Kronos too, with Dirtfire, he'll be in the house next week at NJCC.
Kronos Light.
There you go. And then other shows that you should be taking a look at that's in the network. We have Nerd Rage Radio, which they actually had 2 shows this week. They did I think it was a spoiler-free analysis of Suicide Squad. And we have Toy Detox, Shattercast Uncut, and we all like a little bit of Hasbro Floor Time. Hail Hasbro reviews also by our good buddy Deluxe Baldwin. You can find these guys on YouTube, iTunes, Podbean, everywhere. Except this show. You'll never find this show anywhere else but YouTube right now. But it's okay. It's all good. I'm working on a thumbnail. We're working on a thumbnail. It's
Working on a thumbnail.
That's holding you back right now. That's holding us all back is a thumbnail.
And I know,
One step at a time.
I listened to Nerd Rage, and Bobby's like, I'm not going to listen to it until it's on iTunes. I'm like, all right, it's coming. It's coming. So, but, yeah. All right. tonight we're going to get into some Star Wars stuff real quickly. We looked at this on the San Diego Comic-Con fucking long-ass show. But we looked at the Rogue One Wave 1, and this was just kind of rumor, and then we actually got a little bit of confirmation here. So there's your Wave 1. Not too bad.
So Kylo Ren's in Wave 1 of Rogue One?
Yes.
It's a flash forward. You think we're gonna get in that movie?
And even Ray's there.
Yeah, it's the Ray with a saber and the unmasked Kylo without the goodies from the box.
Yeah. And then obviously the different version of the Jin there. But yes.
Now, people were bitching that they couldn't find Ray, so now you got Ray in this line again. So get it while you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Death Trooper looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is she gonna come with a lightsaber in that one, or is it
Ray?
It's right there.
Yeah.
That's right there. It's a shitty
Alright.
photo, but yeah, you can kind of see the hilt.
Man, that baby killer lightsaber gets around, man.
That baby lightsaber. It does.
It's been through lots of hands?
Yeah. And then
Very
this
cool.
is kind of what we saw already on San Diego Comic-Con. Just kind of what might be in the next waves.
Hey Dust, just to make sure you know that Wave 2, you're gonna get your red arm.
All right.
Make sure you're good with that.
I thought you wanted the Leia.
How long has it been?
With the red arm?
Yeah, it's been what? How long now? They're finally getting to it.
Yeah, 8 months. I know this will probably be Force Friday stuff. So.
Yep.
But they haven't even done the regular C-3PO yet. That's just.
Yeah. Go figure.
Jane, did you say you're looking forward to the Leia one, or?
No, I thought Dust was.
Yeah, that Leia.
I think that one's going to be the next Finn. But
yeah.
There you go. All right, so real quickly, Amazon Studios. Here's The Tick coming out August 19th.
Wow, they're nice. Again. Shit.
Okay.
They didn't learn this lesson from the first series they tried to do with it. Yeah?
Iron Claw rejoices. Look at that cod piece. Hot damn.
Yeah, look at that.
Ring ding dong, ding 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 dong.
That guy's gonna have back problems. My God.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
If it was Putty from Seinfeld playing him again, I'd probably be all about it. But
Patrick Warburton, yeah. He was a good
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I love the cartoon. That's still high in regards to me, you know, so
Yeah.
they should have just made it an animated series. It would have worked way better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Even the actor doesn't look big enough.
No.
Nope.
Not even close.
No.
Here's the villain. I've got his name. Rorschach, or the new Freddy. Jackie Earl.
Jackie Earl Haley.
Yeah, that dude.
That's
Yeah.
him? Wow.
So, I believe that's who cast it as Terror, but I don't know. I threw that out there. Some other TV news. We have Commander Steele here, who's going to join the DC Legends of Tomorrow, because we're getting the JSA. So that's the actor. I don't know who the hell he is. But it's Henry Haywood. That is Nick Zano. So there we go. I don't know if we're all excited about the return of DC.
is that
TV shows on the C-Dub.
is it an embargo? Is this guy unembargoable?
Who knows? I don't know. It's just weird. I don't
Honestly,
even think this is going to save the show. But whatever.
I have to sadly admit that they could just be making these people up, and I wouldn't know any different because I'm so. I mean, I know the mainstream DC people, but they start throwing these guys out. I'm like, oh, it's Captain America.
No, he's a real character.
No,
Yeah,
I know.
he's
I'm just saying.
It's Johnson Rod guy.
His paint apps are all wrong. Hey, Captain America, go home. You're drunk.
This is the Super Patriot, but Johnny Walker. But yeah, that's happening. So okay, moving on. So, what'd you guys think about this? This dropped. Transformers: The Last Night. everyone's trying to speculate what this
That's
is.
Ghidra.
King Ghidorah. Okay.
Yeah.
Around that way we called him Ghidra. That's what we called
Yeah,
him in the hood.
That's
Ghidra.
what his name was. Yep. Ghidra.
But
Boy.
real quick, what do you guys think? Who do you think that is?
No
Renaissance.
freaking clue. I just,
All right.
I am so like tapped out of this thing. It's just, I don't even care.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
if
Me
they're
too.
saying he's
No, I care.
going to the back in medieval times to King Arthur's court, maybe, I don't know, it's a trio of dragons. I don't know. A three-headed dragon he has to
Prime
fight.
King Arthur's
The
court.
Terracons, who knows? It could be anything.
I'm gonna say that's
Yeah.
that's the Stunticons. And just that's just as likely as anything else at this point.
Yeah.
So he's going. So is he
do that
going
shit
up into
too.
space or
In
back in
message.
time?
We have no idea. But hey,
Does it fucking matter anymore?
No.
we get this dude though.
Hey,
That's-
Wild
that-
Rider.
That did it to me. That was the.
Good old Hot Rod.
Asian Kid Matt's gonna change the name of his car to Hot Rod now. Occasional kid.
Occasionally.
When I first saw it, I said, "Oh wow, it's Wild Rider." Then I saw the name. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Bumblebee's brother in arms.
Everything
Slightly
is
arrogant. Slightly arrogant. He's only slightly.
everything is just wrong. It's just all wrong, and I'm just emotionally done. It's like after you just
Yeah.
been in a bad relationship, you just done. That's how
Yeah.
I feel with this fucking movie.
Yep.
I'm just done.
I have said
I
this
have
many
no
times.
feelings. I have
Exactly.
no feelings.
No feelings, no F's given.
I've said many times about this. I've said many times about this property. This is our cross to bears collectors because this is what funds the coffers to get the stuff we want. So we have to
Yeah, but
get those Christmas gifts of the Bayformer T-shirts and smile and say, "You know I like Transformers." Thanks, Aunt Helen.
it's just sad.
Shout out to Aunt Ellen.
All right, moving on into some more Transformer stuff. Here's Masterpiece Dirge again. We saw this last week. We've seen this on the ETR show also. But we got the Coneheads. And they're all being sold at Dust's favorite price.
Anybody?
$79.99.
$179.
And they're from France.
And they're from
I can't believe nobody fucking said anything about that. See, I am the old guy of the group.
Oh man.
oh shit.
So I think we touched on this Monday night on the ETR show, but should we see these at Toys R Us anytime in the next couple years?
Doubt
That's a hearty laugh right there.
You never know. You never know.
You know they're not done with that. They're gonna run that mold into the ground,
Yeah.
man. It's already running to the ground. They're gonna do more of it. You know. Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Good God.
I can't. I just can't.
Yeah.
But there we go. At least they didn't wait after Thrust. I mean, too much longer. So we have Dirge coming. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's nice. And for all the Beast Wars fans, December release, roughly $75. I know you could probably get it cheaper. If you want a cheaper, message Ace Milo.
They may reduce that price. I think it'll be by the time it gets closer, it may be by $70.
Now this is the same size as almost a deluxe, isn't it? It's not that big.
They didn't show any size comps, did they?
It will be like
No.
a Carbot size, you know.
Oh, okay, so
But just
All
longer
right.
because of a fucking cheetah, but it's not that big.
man, cheaters.
Hmm.
So you come with a bag of Cheetos.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
Cheetah's gonna.
Hmm.
Very posable. Yeah.
Oh,
Now are those spots too inaccurate?
Just do that.
I'm sure there's somebody out there
I've got the paint upgrade kit, so if
There's
anybody...
definitely a Beastie Boy out there who's counting the spots and making
Probably
sure
like,
they're
no, there's
in the right
not
spots.
3 in a line right there and 2 underneath. That's supposed to be reversed. So this is,
I could
not
see
two.
Dakota and Kenny Prime talking to each other, and bricks on the dollar being like, "Nope, that one's a little askew. The one on his chin is a little askew."
Back
Shout out
shot,
to the Mountain Dew drinkers.
not too bad. Stays in tune to the whole original toy kind of look. And then there's the different faceplates.
Faces, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. They gave the cheetah mode different face modes too. That's cool.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
They had to.
So,
But his tail looks weird. It's like
bent. Yeah. Yep.
They broke
Isn't
his
it-
tail.
Isn't that like a sign of something when an animal tucks their tail?
And this is part of the Masterpiece line as far as actually having its own number, so it's MP34 for all those collectors out there that want all the masterpieces, and you don't like Beast Wars. Well, then you're gonna be a couple short. But I think it works. It's okay. It's good. Here's
it's
Brainstorm.
not
I know.
bad.
No, and I know this guy's showing up. Walgreens exclusive for right now, supposedly.
Yeah.
$79.99.
Late August, September, it should be in the shelves. Hopefully, we'll see. Who knows?
Cool.
I don't know. Someone should know.
Looks good. Well, I mean, we've seen pictures of this numerous times, but here it is. I know this has been showing up, I think overseas or something, but I don't know.
It's still hard to top that Generations one, man. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I mean, they both look good, but I don't know.
Yeah, if anything, I guess it's just the scale, right? That if
That's
people
it.
want a smaller
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, pretty much.
And this dropped this week. Takara eHobby exclusive.
Bat
the Bat
Optimus
Prime.
Prime.
Yep. Reusing the Mind Wipe mold, giving him the Wheeljack blades. It's a good idea. I think that was pretty nice.
Does that mean that they're gonna do that Megatron out
Out
of
of the,
Skull Cruncher?
Yeah.
Yep, you know it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We got a picture of that. And this is kind of cool that they used the ape face,
Yeah.
repainted it as Optimal Optimus. That's horrible, though, but it's okay.
The face, though.
Man. Jet mode, swinging the arms around, and we have a different mode.
Does that not kind of look like the shuttle, the little airplane thing from Masters of the Universe?
The Falcon Fighter? The Falcon Fighter? Yeah,
Cool.
kind of.
Yeah.
Point Dread.
And there's the Megatron head. So, utilizing the Galvatron mold.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right, so here's Ocular Max's MP hoist.
Oh man, how much debate has been going on about these guys, man? Jeez.
Toy World all the way still for me, but you guys want back.
I'm glad that we do have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, but don't y'all think that Takara is probably going to be bringing these guys out?
Almost like
pretty-
that, yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like whenever third-party companies start doing this, man, you know, Takara's right around the corner. So
Where's the
But
Takara Sunstreaker then?
Yeah, and Russ, it's all,
Exactly.
yeah, Russ, it's all backwards. And if you want to save money, buy the third party now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Very good point, Brian. Very good point.
Looks
That's
good.
Yeah.
Vehicle mode looks good. I'm really happy with both of them. It's your preference.
I think Bad Q is the clear winner though because you can change the scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You give him that little fat dumpy look he had in the show, and the
Yeah.
same as the toy.
That's true.
It's like, it's like when they were doing the cartoon from the G1 stuff, especially season 1, they took some liberties to make the toys look better. When they were doing season 2,
liberties.
when they did Hoist, they were just like, fuck it, we're just going with what we got in front of us. It's a new squad, it's a new season, we're going right off the toy model.
I like the Batcube head sculpt better too.
They got better head sculpt. Yeah, that what convinced me. It convinced me to get the Batcube because that Trailbreaker head is just horrible. It looks like a crackhead.
Wow.
Rock breaker.
Well, yeah, there's no real distinguishing parts from either one. I mean, they have the same legs and everything else. I don't know.
Yeah.
But here's the Batcube.
It just looks. I don't know. It looks
glory.
I don't think there's a proper angle for him. I know it's like head on, but just something about that angle just. But
And
you
these-
have that option.
Yeah. These size comparisons with Trailbreaker are cool, but I think I'd like to see him next to a grapple to see how he's going to scale with them, because those two were buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, moving on. Make Toys' Cross Dimensions Rioter Despotron, because they named their MP Megatron Despotron. So we're going to change it up a little. These guys are chug scale.
I don't get it, Big Dan.
Now we get to find out all those people that want chug figures to see if they'll buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So this is
sword.
This is a completely original
these are
concept, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You can't really say that though, because like you guys said, it's an original concept and it's not, accurate to anything. It's their own thing.
Yeah.
But even with that, it's because now getting Hegemon aftermarket, this is gonna probably replace that just for until somebody decide to do another better Megatron for chug scale,
I mean, it really would depend on like if you really are a Megatron Megatron enthusiast. If you were a Megatron enthusiast,
Megatron's son.
this is definitely going on your Megatron shelf. But I mean, it's cool and all, but I don't see many
it's
people
not for
jumping
me.
up for this. I mean, if there was some sort of fiction to go with it, if they're going to do some sort of fiction, maybe to amp this up a little bit, but
How about a poorly written comic book included?
Sure.
Yeah.
And they'll call him Megatron.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it depends on how long they're going to do the line. Are they going to give us more characters besides the other one was what, Bumblebee? I think they announced too. And it did so far.
I like how the Prime looks though. I have to give him that.
Yeah. The Prime looks good in
Especially that head sculpt.
mode. Oh man, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Do we have
But I like that head sculpt though.
Do we have an alt
Question
mode
is-
for this, Megs? I was gonna say, is there an alt mode for
Yeah,
this? Megs?
I haven't seen a picture of it.
Not yet.
Now, I'm going back to that. Do you think it would have been? Do you think it's cool that they are taking a chance with something that's kind of their own, or would you like hoping they would maybe went IDW that way? They could have just stuck their foot in the realm of IDW to say the realm.
Well,
Everybody seems to be going that route a little bit. So
I think they're leaving that to Mastermind.
it's just weird, man.
Yeah.
It's just really weird,
But they've done this before with their Crystal City Crystal or whatever the heck they called that line with the Battle Tanker line and Nova Prime and Nemesis and all that.
Now, is Brian Brink going to get this Prime?
Oh yes, absolutely.
See? There it is. Are you gonna buy that Prim?
No, I don't know about that.
And we got another player in the full Optimal Optimus game besides Perfect Effect. We have Transart Toys.
who?
I know who. And there it's BW04. What did they do before that? I don't. Who's 1, 2, and 3?
They're coming.
Yeah.
They're in the works.
This is a Beast Wars combiner. So,
I guess.
hey, you laugh. 2018. I swear to God, we will be arguing about.
Yep.
Because they're running out of ideas.
Doesn't look too bad. Now this is more masterpiece scale, I believe.
And this one's kind of cool. It's got the guns that retract, like from the show. Whereas,
And it's got the
Perfect.
So does
shield.
it retract while it's rolling, or is there a button on the cannon to make it retract? That's the question.
These look exactly like what came with the original toy, the missiles.
Yeah.
They probably are the original missiles. They just
They made a cast of the original missiles.
all the little different things. Yeah, the retract. That's cool.
yeah,
I
that's it.
like that.
Fembot guns.
Booby cannon.
Yeah, it looks exactly like the original toy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a little more derpy. I guess that's more in scale if you're looking at the show.
So finger banging in like a year from now, we'll be doing derp ape over here.
Yeah, no price on this guy yet either. Perfect Effects is around $180 though, or $170.
Wow, is that much, huh?
Yeah, for Perfect Effects.
That is not a good looking figure.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a high retail for that.
Yeah. Moving into non-Transformer stuff, we got the San Diego Comic-Con black and white BVS Dawn of Justice Batman now at the New York Comic-Con. We're getting the Superman black and white. So.
Something for James to chase.
No, I haven't gone that route yet.
Yet.
I've been watching Bobby's reviews of these guys, and
What Superman is this again?
the BVS Dawn of Justice.
Oh, Player Sky. Okay.
Yeah, Player Sky. Sorry. Yeah, it's right there. It's just that neck is just so giraffe. He's just like a freaking giraffe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Moving on.
I'm sorry.
And we have a Disney Store exclusive. This was rumored at first, but I'm pretty much sure this is a true thing. Maybe Agent H could enlighten us.
Yep, Disney Store. And,
Disney Store.
Yep.
Everything is pretty much on par with what we've gotten or what we're getting, but the Falcon does come with a new accessory piece instead of the Redbird.
So is that going to be available on their website or strictly in the store? Do we know?
I know definitely for the store. I can't call on the website. I don't know about that. So.
Does that War Machine come with crutches?
Crutches.
Good one.
Oh man.
Somebody in one of the groups said this was the minority sidekick pack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's true. But there is the Falcon right there.
So how different is that from the Walmart one?
I think it's just this thing right here.
There's different accessories. That is it. The
chest
Walmart
piece?
one has more accessories, and I think the chest piece is different painted.
Yeah, because that chest piece doesn't look right. It's like it's supposed to be that color gray.
Yeah. So.
I'm looking forward to that figure actually.
That looks really nice.
Yeah, those haven't dropped anywhere yet. I keep looking for them. The Winter Soldier and the Falcon.
They're coming. They're behind.
But then I see a shit ton of the Punisher Walgreens exclusive, like on eBay and everywhere. I'm like, I haven't even seen that at Walgreens.
Yeah, don't rush them. They're doing such a good job with these guys. These new ones. So.
I haven't seen Namor in my neck of the woods yet, so.
Yeah, I haven't seen him either.
Yeah, I have him. If anyone needs that, I have him in I have at least 8 Walgreens in my area. It's fun. Nice living in a medical town. But now we're looking at the Bandai Figure Rise model kit stand pod. I know there's a third-party one out there, but this one, if you want official product.
Mark calling Orson. Come in, Orson.
So there was a
Dust, that's what I was thinking, Dust, man.
there was a debate somewhere about whether or not the figure arts will fit in this or not.
Fucking A, that's great.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know the size of those models. I know Asian Kid Matt got the Frieza. So
Okay.
Occasional Kid Matt.
Kid Matt.
Occasional. We got to come up with a correct, crazy spelling of that. I was trying to do it, and I got a headache.
There's you go.
It was definitely going to be like a O with a little apostrophe there. Occasional. I'm thinking maybe the K, play on his Asian, Cajun, AL, occasional, O apostrophe occasional, Matt, Kid Matt.
Oh, God.
But this one doesn't come with electronics either, as the other one does. It's just what you get. So, I don't think it's big enough, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
When it's closed, it reminds me of HAL 9000.
Can I fucking ask you something? What the fuck did they do with these in the show?
It's what they flew around to conquer other planets with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did it have like a land mode where it rolled?
No, what they did, Dust, is they got their neighbor's old dryer and got in the drum and just rolled down the hill. Like what we did when we were kids.
They got launched in these very large catapults.
Seriously?
For space travel.
Are you being for real?
Not real.
Okay. I don't know. There's no telling.
And then we have some Power Rangers, Legacy, and Ninja Storm. Going with a larger scale, they're actually going more closer with the Marvel Legends with as far as articulation, and they're also doing a Build-A-Figure. Which is so you to build a Mega Zord, which is not really Mega. It's the same.
Yeah, that's.
I guess that seems to be like the new thing, the Build-A-Figures.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing them. Chris, we got to get on that.
Yeah, I know, right? I got some paint apps for her.
Why would they start with Ninja Storm?
Well, they're doing the original Mighty Morphin, but they decided to do Ninja Storm too. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like there's but I guess the original
Green and red.
Yeah.
So these are big.
SNEO Comic Con, all 5 of them.
James, like the ones that I sent you, those two Rangers. Are these bigger than those?
Yes, these are going to be a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, they keep changing the damn scale on them.
Yeah,
I hate that.
I got my White Ranger. I got my Green Ranger. I'm happy with those two. Eventually, I may get the other 4 from the Bandai ones.
Yeah.
The Shake Figure Arts ones, and that's it. I'm good with that.
Yeah, the figure arts ones are nice.
Yeah.
This one, though, the Green Ranger does come with the Dragon Sword, which is kind of cool that we saw.
Mine's got the Dragon Sword too, so.
Cool. Which one? Oh, the figure arts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes with so much accessories. That's what I love about it. All the different hands and the weapons.
So did you say these are bigger than the figure arts?
These are going to be a tad bit bigger. Figure arts are, what, 6-inch?
Yeah, 6 inch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these are supposed to be roughly that size or maybe a little bit bigger.
And they're more accurate. These guys look like they've been doping a little bit,
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. They juice.
Go PED Rangers.
Zordon's not testing them. So there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a.
You motherfuckers are talking another fucking language.
But yep, there's that. Now moving on to the Blast from the Past.
Right.
This is what everyone wants to see. What we're doing. I should totally have just changed it up and like we're looking at My Little Pony.
All right. Man.
My Little Pony.
Yo, wait. If you're gonna do a Rainbow Bright episode, I got it locked. I had a younger sister, and I had to buy all that shit for her, so I'm on point. Patty O'Green and Lala Orange, I'm in there.
Oh my god. Yep. Shit. Yep.
We're gonna do that show when you're gone, James.
Oh, cool.
It's
Right
gonna
on.
be next Saturday. We're gonna do the Rainbow Bright show.
That works for me. So we're looking at cops fighting crime in a future time.
This show was fucking awesome. I loved it.
It was fucking awesome.
I was kind of mixed with the show because when I got the toys first and the commercials, it was really gritty looking. Even the backstories on them were really gritty. And then, like Berserker was in his bio, he was a fucking murderer,
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at cops, he's an idiot. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
They turned him in one of those. Okay, boss. One of those guys.
He was the nephew of Big Boss.
Yeah, Uncle Big Boss.
But C.O.P.S, if you guys want to know, is Central Organization of Police Specialists.
Yeah.
So when you're around the dinner table and you guys need something to talk about, hey, I know what that means. It comes up. It originally aired in October 5th, 1988 through February 20th, 1989. 65 episodes, which is nice, not like Robotics, which had
Well,
little
that's a lot for a
3-minute.
year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Little
For
while out
6
there.
months.
So, it was released on DVD originally by what was it? Mill Creek? No, I don't know. I don't know what, but these are the two versions I have. And then Cookie Jar, the Canadian company, re-released them again.
The artwork is not bad.
No.
But that Big
There
Boss
you go.
looking kind of
Mhm.
Kinda,
palsy looking there.
Yeah.
I was
Ain't
never.
ain't no Kingpin.
Cool.
I know I know I love my '80s shit, but I was never really a big fan.
Wow,
You really weren't.
Either.
It was towards the later years, you know. I was,
Yeah.
you know, making music, writing graffiti, collecting comic books, shit like that. You know, it was like, you know, towards the end. So
How many issues did we get of the comic?
15, I believe. Giant size. Started in August 1988. So it came out before the cartoon.
You know, of all the digging I've done in long boxes over the years, I can't remember ever running
yeah,
into this.
yeah, exactly. Same here. I never ran into an issue.
Is that
Yeah,
an
it
elephant?
was- It was written by Doug Mensch.
I mean, I read a few issues,
guy,
and it was not bad, and the art was pretty good too.
And then moving on into the toy line, which I think was a pretty good toy line. It was done by Hasbro, 88 to 89. The gimmick was cap guns.
Yeah, I remember
Yes, I remember that now.
Yep.
I remember
File
that.
cards were written by Larry Hama, if you don't know him. Shit, get out more. G.I. Joe fame.
Hey, James, just real quick, anybody who's interested, there's a lot of 20 DC Cops comics right now. Starting bid of $3.34.
Awesome.
It ends tomorrow, so
Cool.
catch up for on the cheap there.
I highly doubt I'll find that on a Yarg.
And then we have the kind of the series 2 characters. Some of them were in the show, some of them were not. I do miss these little I don't know, catalogs that we used to get with the toys.
Yeah, the check. Yeah, the check.
You get to check them off too, and like, oh yeah, I got that one, that one.
Maybe one day I'll get this one if I'm good.
Yeah, and I loved like throwing this in my parents' face all the time. It's like, this is the one I'm looking for. There is no excuse. It's right there. His name's Highway. Find it. But yeah, I always ended up getting like Taser, or I guess someone else. God damn it. Now we're going into the characters. So
Awesome.
if you guys want to know, on the side here, I have the code name, real name. The real names are fucking hilarious.
I know, Baldwin T.
And who they're voiced by, if they were in the show. So we got Bulletproof. You can read their little bio card whenever.
Now, what were the scale on these?
These were
5-inch.
Yep.
They're 4 or 5. Yeah, they look.
Yeah.
They definitely look a little beefier. And is that a real cloth
That
jacket?
is a real cloth
Real
jacket,
cloth. Yep.
but it's not a doll. It's an action figure still. As it says right up there, fully posable action figure.
Shout out to Tatooine Luke.
When I look at Bulletproof, and I've ever thought if there was ever to make a movie of these guys, Mario Van Peebles should have been Bulletproof at that time.
Really?
I
Back in the day, I was always thinking Michael Dorn.
No. Worf? Hell no.
Yeah.
No. Mario Van
Got
Peebles.
the
debate
voice, man.
starts
He's got
now.
the voice.
All right, guys, you guys got to have 3 points to go at with. 1, 2, 3, go. Fight. Nothing. There you go. And
Some of the pictures too, just like you know, aren't going to be the greatest. Some people just can't take pictures, and so it sucks.
Long
But
arm.
we got long arm here. PJ O'Malley, voiced by John Stalker.
So
Your typical Irish cop, of course.
I think they became family of cops or something.
oh, he's got a what is that, a handcuff launcher?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Next generation.
these are, if you're familiar with them, they got the same type of GI Joe style, the O-ring
O-ring, yeah.
Yeah, all that.
Uh-huh.
So basically, the weapon was the gimmick with the caps, right? The gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, looking at that right now, it's not like you could put the caps in the guy's neck and it comes out the front of his mouth or
It
anything.
wasn't like RoboCop.
Right, no,
No, Gus.
some characters,
No.
some characters were able to put
Sorry.
the caps in their body, though. There was a few guys who was
Yeah.
able to do that.
Here we have Bowser and
Bowser and
Blitz.
Blitz. I love Bowser.
Yeah, he's badass, man.
Yeah.
That's a great character.
That dog was awesome. I love
It
how they
dog,
sculpted
yeah.
him. I love how they sculpted him too. It was just the only thing I wish that if the lights were able to light up, but that was asking for too much. But it was so cool.
But you could turn it.
Turn it, you could turn it, yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Rex Pointer.
Mhm.
Love it. Now we have Sergeant Mace. Cold Howard.
Mace.
I like
The SWAT guy.
now that dude back in the 80s, I could see him being played by Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger. Okay.
Yep.
They wouldn't have that budget to pay him.
I say he's played by the guy who was the villain
No.
in
No.
Cobra.
I would say Howie Long would have been a better Mace, and he would have been in budget.
Yeah.
But the villain from Cobra. You remember the Stallone movie? I think
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah.
As
yeah.
long as he didn't have to talk. But Sergeant Mace, who had a thing for Nightshade.
Yes, he did.
I just watched this. I just watched this show the other day. I'm like getting myself familiar with it. But here we have Highway. David
Highway was
Carlson.
That's a cool one.
He is the guy who was always on the motorcycle. I'm surprised he wasn't packaged with the motorcycle. That was kind of
I
odd.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought they were gonna do, but they didn't.
Yeah, just getting that little hover car thing.
Yeah.
Which it was still a cool little accessory to have.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
like this little bomb. The cap bomb too was cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just drop it. Pop.
This would not be approved by parents today. So sad.
No.
So sad. Damn soccer moms.
Do any of y'all have any of these today? I'm just wondering how they've held up over the years.
I have Sundown. I have Nightstick, which was he wasn't in the show. Maybe he was. I can't remember.
No.
He was the martial artist. I have him still.
Yeah, I've got some of these figures.
Yeah, I
And I
got
still
some.
have my Berserker and my Buttons McBoom Boom I still have, and he holds up well. That's
Yeah.
my favorite out of all of them.
They're not too bad. I mean, they're like the GI Joes. As long as you know,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
don't like. They're not like Silverhawks where it's just like fuck.
Yeah.
I touched its arm.
I just looked at it. God, son of a bitch.
I just didn't know how the cap function held up because I have one of those. I don't remember what to call it. It's a cap gun that turns into a robot. I've got it out in the garage, but I looked at it the other day and like the mechanism where the caps sit is completely it's like that pot metal or whatever, and it's completely gone.
Wow.
Well, it's better if it never was used because you don't want the residue. In
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
But
And this was definitely used.
Uh,
I was
Now we're looking
popping
at
caps
Sundown.
everywhere.
I guess I should be talking just in case.
He was my least favorite.
Yeah.
Walker Calhoun, voiced by Lynn Carlson. He's got a cheesy
I
smile.
just
He's got
felt
that
like-
nice 80s mustache.
I felt like he was like a Brave Star rip, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wasn't feeling him.
I can see that, yeah.
Here's Barricade, Stan Hyde, voiced by Ray James. Now, was there a brother team on here? I forgot. I've watched that.
No, I don't think so.
Hey guys,
No?
quickly interrupt. Looks like there's a couple of episodes on the tubes.
Cool.
On the
Oh,
Ubers.
yeah.
So
I'm not TV off out there.
I just pulled a fuck J-Roos and checked the YouTubes.
Barricade wasn't too bad.
No, I wish he had a removable helmet. You know?
Tommy's got to get this
Yeah.
figure.
Definitely.
yeah.
Would be really cool, actually.
And then we have Bullseye, who was actually packaged with the air-rated
Yeah.
helicopter.
Helicopter, yeah.
And his helmet removed, but Barricade
Yeah.
couldn't. I think that was stupid.
It's one thing that you have to be careful with because I have this guy. It's a tight fit, and you'll scrape his
Great, yeah.
his paint on his hair.
Ooh, maybe he's not going to get this figure because
Hey, wait, I was gonna say, Tom, there's a mint on card one here, Tommy. I know it's an MLC collector, $50.
I saw one for $79.99.
99.
And then here is the air raid helicopter. I still have
I'm
this.
getting that
Oh,
for
that's pretty wild looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. And the blades, when you spin them around, they fire off the caps. You
Yeah.
load them in.
Yeah.
Now this has got to be pretty big because they were 5-inch figures, right? 4 or
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Safety first too. They came with seatbelts, which is cool.
Safety first.
It would be weird at a cop show. They don't no seatbelts. But here's here's Hardtop. Donnie Brooks.
Yeah. He came with the. I think he came with the.
Boom.
The car. Yeah.
Ironside assault vehicle.
That's very practical.
There it is. Yep.
It was just a one-seater in there, but yeah, this is something I swear is like in RoboCop, something I'd see in OC's gear or something like that.
Yeah.
And then some characters that were in the showboat never
Mainframe.
got a toy. We got Mainframe and
Of
Cassidy.
course not.
No, because she's a female character. Fuck that.
Right.
But could you, as squatty as those figures look, could you imagine what a female character in this line would look like?
Wow.
Yeah, remove
Oh,
that.
man.
And then another one is Mirage, Susie Young. She was sometimes a co-pilot with Bullseye.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
Jamie, you may have said this. Was this a Sunbow show?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they shared some names around then between all the Hasbro and the Sunbow stuff. Mainframe, Mirage.
All in house. All in house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we own that. Let's use it again.
The
And here's
animation.
the bike that Highway would always use,
I like
Blue
I had
Streak.
that cycle. Yeah.
as we call it, Blue Streak. It's like, who the hell? Yep, there you go.
Yep.
There's another one. Damn, they're lazy. Hey, yeah, they probably said, hey, here's a list of names we got. Just use whatever you want.
Just reuse them over and over again.
We're not gonna
Copyright was
trademark it.
expensive back then.
We're not going to trademark anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's when, like I was saying in the chat, DIC animation took over. DIC Entertainment.
Yeah.
Got to get tough, yo, Joe.
Who says DIC?
I started trying to watch that again. Oh man, it's tough. It's a tough watch.
Yeah.
General Hawks Blade by David Kay.
Yeah, the series 2, the new one that came out, it was tough. It was a tough watch.
Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes team up.
I know.
Let's go, Snake Eyes. All right. Then we have Checkpoint here, who's part of the second series or second wave of the toys. He was actually in the show.
Yeah.
Wayne R. Steeden, the second. I think he just owed one of the creators.
Oh,
The
I just
second-
remember a little tidbit. Bulletproof is the Bulletproof from G.I. Joe is his great grandfather from the DAF.
Wait, what?
There's a G.I. Joe character named Bulletproof that's part of the DEF line. And he was the great grandfather of Bulletproof and Cops.
Really?
He made a connection.
Read
What?
the bio card. Read the bio card.
Man, they should put this in the cinematic universe.
Now Cops.
Now we have Powder Keg.
Yeah.
So there was a
Deadly
bulletproof
Defuse.
G.I. Joe? There was a bulletproof from G.I. Joe?
Yes, in the 90s, the DEF, Drug Elimination Force.
Oh god, yes.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Metalhead and all that shit.
the
I love that. But
Headman and the Headhunters.
this guy was not in the cartoon.
No, but I really enjoyed that figure. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, he came with a lot of crap.
Yeah, and you put the bomb in the case, and then you crank it, and then the explosion. The cap was supposed to be an explosion to defuse the bombs.
Yeah. Get the
Oh,
smoke.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Airwave. Best name out of the group, Roger Wilco. Genius.
The guy who came up with that one got a raise.
Hell yeah.
Did you even show up in the cartoon?
Yeah.
I don't think he did.
Nope.
They couldn't clear the name.
Then we got Inferno, Francis Devlin.
There they go dabbling in them names again.
Which Inferno had no business being a cop because he was a fucking fireman, but whatever.
Yeah.
But, hey.
And
He was on the arson investigation unit.
That's
Okay.
awesome, man. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Apes was a weird one. He
Yeah.
was a weird one. I couldn't get into him that much.
automated police enforcement system.
Hey, that was really a look into the future with the kind of shit we're using nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert E. Waldo. And here's Nightstick,
There's my boy.
Max Molokai,
Nightstick.
the token Asian.
Yep.
He's the quick kick.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
And then we got Taser,
Taser, I had him.
and his name's great, High Watts.
Boy, Lynn Carlson was a busy person.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty
And
cool.
then we have heavyweight Sherman A. Patton. He came with the, I forgot which vehicle it was.
It was like the
This one.
paddy wagon, yeah.
Yeah.
Armor Tactical Attack Craft.
Uh,
That dude's huge. on the vehicle, and he's huge inside.
They didn't use a sunbow chart on these
Yep.
pictures. Apparently.
They used the dick chart.
Got him. Big shadow chart.
And then we have I love that pose. We have Roadblock here, Charles C. Cruiser, who came with the police interceptor,
Yeah.
the squad car, or the highway interceptor. Look at Taser straddling that sucker.
Get on it. I wonder if he can ride it side saddle.
And then the pursuit jet, that was for Airwave.
You know, when we first started the earlier vehicles, you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. Now it's like, really?
Yeah, this is like,
This is all you got left?
They're just phoning it in at this point.
I'm surprised it wasn't retooled G.I.
Yeah.
Joe stuff, to be honest.
True. Yeah, well, it wouldn't fit, though.
Yeah.
We'd have to upscale.
They'd make them fit.
They would make them fit.
yeah.
Big ball.
There you
Then
go.
we got Big Boss, Brandon Battle, Lynn
Yeah,
Carlson.
the bad guys were really good.
Wow, that was all
they
the
were-
good guys, huh?
Yep,
Yeah.
those are all the good guys. Now we're into the bad guys.
Any idea who did the art, like on the cards there, Darius?
I could find out. I never really
mean, that-
asked. But
like-
the art was great. It was great art.
Yeah, it almost looks like, I mean, it's kind of a McFarlane style art, like behind the figures on the actual card there.
Farland or
Big
Stephen
Boss,
Bond.
whoever voiced the Big Boss was great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. I'm trying to say.
We got Berserko.
With his what was that? What's the actor's name? James Cagney or something?
James Cagney?
Yeah. You gotta,
Yeah.
It was great, man.
We have Barney L. Fathering
Fotherington?
House.
Fathering House.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an interesting name.
Yeah. To say the least.
Yeah, here's the dopey
Outstanding
guy.
warrants for parole violation, robbery, assault, and loitering.
Loitering.
Assault and battery.
Loitering. That's so horrible.
Anybody who can get an action figure made for loitering is okay.
Loitering, yeah.
Dr. Bad Vibes. Yeah, that card art from
Yeah.
Dr. Bad Vibes is really nice.
Dr.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Advisor.
Yeah, I'm sure somewhere at H headquarters, there's all this art is on file.
It's in the vault. All
Some-
that is in the vault. I can find out.
Dr. Badvisor. That's a great name.
Rock Crusher.
Oh, Crush, yeah.
Yeah.
Edmund Scary.
He was pretty cool too. I liked him. Stupid as hell, but he was great.
Yep.
His usual mode of transportation is in the back of a laundry truck. All right. He professionally breaks out of jail.
Jail, yeah.
He's the Cliff Dagger. This guy's
There's
one
my
of
man. That's
Yeah.
one of the best design figures.
What's his name?
Big Boom Boom. Constantine
Boom
Slump.
Boom, man. He was great,
He
man.
was
The intro was great too when he's like
Yeah.
spooked by the butterfly.
Buttons make boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
It was perfect. The
Yep.
Tommy gun in the guitar case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cybernetic machine guns in his chest. I just loved them. The colors, everything. Total badass.
Absolutely.
Once again, awesome card art on this one.
Yeah.
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 Then we got Turbo Two-Tone.
Two-tone.
Two-Tone with the Roadster.
Mask will be right back. So will Venom.
Yeah, no, he always reminded me of Sly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sly Rags and all that. And the nice thing also about these characters, the toys here, is they actually had working holsters, most of them.
Yeah.
So you could house their guns and all that. But here's some characters that we did not get a toy for.
Yeah.
It's the minute.
Hillary?
Misdemeanor.
Ouch.
I was gonna say
Whoa.
that looks like an old Uma Thurman.
It does.
Oh, man. Oh, Hillary and Uma Thurman had a child. But she was the strong, I guess, strong woman. Strong.
Yeah, like the
Strong
butch
woman.
chick, man.
Yep.
Yeah, she was pretty cool.
And then we have Nightshade.
She
This
deserves
was
a figure.
She did deserve a figure. They
I was gonna
should've.
say, where's the
Yeah,
toys?
she did.
Yeah, nah. I mean, she was like a pretty big character on the show. She had episodes that were like all around her, you know?
Her, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. She was huge. Her and Mace, man, you know, had the whole thing going on.
Oh, yeah.
So,
But again, let's put yourself back then. You're at the store as a kid. This is current.
yeah,
Would you want that figure? Would your parents buy that figure?
man, they probably thought it was a girly figure or something, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, because we would get female figures, female characters done in a toy back in the day for boys.
Well,
you know.
I mean, but G.I. Joe though, like I got Scarlet, I got Lady
Yeah, I had all of them.
True.
and Zorana and
They weren't my
Calico.
favorites.
You
They
know,
weren't my favorites, but I had them.
Yeah.
I had them, so
True.
she could have worked. She could have worked.
No, you're right.
Yeah, they
I
could have
agree, I
worked.
agree with you.
I mean, it was unreal, but we got Gloria Baker in the mask line
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah, true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this line was cut a little too short, maybe. And maybe
Yeah.
would have possibly, I don't know. But we have Squeaky Clean. He was the driver of Big Boss.
Yeah, he was the anal retentive one about,
He's like
keeping
the
shit
yes
straight.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have some of their vehicles, the Jailbird or Speeder.
I like that speeder better than the one that the cops had. That little air raid one that we just saw.
The Pursuit Jet.
But it also reminded me of one of the vehicles that the mutants in Thundercats had too. So
Yep.
Mm.
Damn you, Maddie.
and that was these were these were the Wave Series 3 Cuckoo, and because there was all like the what was it, the hyenas? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Gang, and which they didn't finish doing.
Well,
yeah.
they were stretching it on these names.
Did he
They
show
were.
up in the show?
Time delay.
Cuckoo was, I believe.
Yeah, I think Cuckoo was in an episode or two.
We have Nightmare that was Dr. Bad Vibes'
What
android.
in the world?
Yeah. Yeah, and his head will fire off his head, the body, and the cap will land and pop and everything. He was a weird one too.
He was messed up, man.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they were thinking it outside the box there in the end there.
Oh, which
Yeah, there's a hyena there.
there's Hyena.
Louis the Plumber.
Yep, we got Louis the Plumber.
Party, haha.
But yeah.
Dude, this guy's got a sweet. He's got a sweet Wolverine skullet going on.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Ra's al Ghul.
I like.
Like I said, the villains just made this so good though.
Yeah, Louis the Plumber.
Yeah.
Louis the Plumber. He was a great looking figure, great accessories.
Yep.
Just his little blackjack. I love that little accessory. And it all in his little plumber boxes. It was so great.
It reminds me of the mechanic from Bionic 6.
Yeah.
Then we got Bullet, Tom E. Gunn. Came with quite a bit of stuff too.
Yeah, he had a whole bunch of guns, and I loved it. All
Yeah,
the guns could fit in his holsters in his leg there,
Yep.
and
Uh-huh.
it was a great one too. The helmet I wasn't too keen on, but everything else was great about him. And his little segue too.
Yeah, I know.
Once again, man, predicting the future.
All right, so here we go to the end of the little segment. Should this series be revitalized, brought back?
Hell yeah!
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
Yeah.
And how would you bring it back?
All right, this is how I would bring it back. Now, I would do it in the style of Black series because these guys, the characters are so great. You need to have them in a Black series, like redefine scope. The size I probably would do maybe 5 inch, 6 inch. But see, the problem is with that is also, you got to have the vehicles with it. But I think they could work without them too. Make it super serious at this point in time. Adult collectors. But the problem is, I don't know if the parents, soccer moms will go for it in the toy stores. Now, if Hasbro ever decide to do something like Matty Collector, in the near future, that
Mm-hmm.
would
I
be
was
fit
just thinking.
perfectly. We will fit perfectly for something like that.
Cause see, they could
So,
do like the 6 figures out of this line in a year or whatever, and then the next year do another like Silverhawks like we talked or whatever, and just over and over. I mean, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But what about? Let me ask you this, Darius. Obviously, the gimmick doesn't work anymore. I don't even know if you
Yeah.
buy roll caps anymore, but
Yeah.
do you just leave the gimmick alone, or would you put a different gimmick?
um, I would just do maybe spring fire loaded weapons as the gimmick. Like that's the best way you can do it without, upsetting parents. Or just
You got so many good characters, and that's what's great about it is they're
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fine, right?
Now, Darius,
Definitely.
Yo.
does Hasbro still have majority of the license for the show for the series? Do you think?
They own it's their stuff. They own it. That they
Okay.
completely own it. So they can release it if they wanted to.
All right. So
It's just up to
there's
them.
nothing's expired. Nothing.
Nothing's
So
expired.
Well, my
Maybe
question is,
maybe the trademarks to the names, they may have to change the names up of some of them.
Hey, they
You
still
know.
got them for the Transformers. They're probably
yeah,
okay.
most of them,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Joe.
Now, do you think the show had that enough longevity to warrant this? Because it was only for a year, and yeah, they cranked out 65 episodes in a comic book,
But
but
look at Visionaries. Visionaries had the same amount of time too, and look how they're bringing that back, and how much of an impact that it hit people. And also, like, well, even it's Inhumanoids. The Inhumanoids was a fucking miniseries. You know what I mean?
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
How
yeah.
people remember that show, and they always wanted to bring them back. So I think it has that longevity with the core fans, especially us who grew up in that time. Watching the TVs. There's all those great animated shows at the time in the '80s. Yeah, it definitely have longevity.
Yeah, it just seems like it came out like at the tail end, like
It did,
if you
but
were doing like
even at the
85,
tail,
86,
Yeah.
87, even 87, that would have been kind of like that time, but it seemed like it was at the tail
yeah,
end of it.
but even at the tail end in '89, there's a lot of pivotal shows that I remember from '89
Mhm.
that was like people remember. Like I had people talk to me like, oh, does Hasbro, since Hasbro owns Kenner, can they bring back the Police Academy figures? And
Oh
then I
God.
said, Police Academy figures.
Wow.
People, there's people wants that shit back. You know what I mean? So if people talk about Police Academy in '89, I mean, cops definitely have a
Shout out to those
big
two
win.
guys right now.
Well, you have to also admit too, though, when Cops came out, Transformers was on its way out.
Yeah,
In a way.
I think it was already out. It was already
it
out
was
by the
already.
time.
And
Yeah.
Turtles was coming in and
Yeah.
taking over.
True.
But Cops, I think, still is out there, and I think it can still work. Now, do you think a live-action movie, or they would G.I. Joe it, screw it up, and it has to be animated?
I think they would
I think it can be either way. I think a live action can work, with the special effects now and everything. If you get a good writer and good story, don't soften it a bit. You got to make it a little bit PG-13. There are,
Yeah.
these are criminals. These are criminals who are doing some fucked up shit. So you got to, show the serious about that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yeah.
soften it up. Don't make it a comedy. Don't make it like a little buddy cop movie or whatever. Make it what it is: cops against crooks.
So
So
you
maybe
want like
Netflix.
an
Yeah.
AMC series?
An AMC series, a
AMC.
Netflix series, but not,
HBO.
I don't think that far, but
We see really what Nightshade's up to.
That's right.
Yeah, really.
What
There
Big
was
does after.
there were some episodes of that series that really stick out for me. Remember, was there one about the Golden Blackjack Award where
yeah,
Big Boss would give the award for the best criminal of the year and he'd give it to himself? And he'd always give it to himself and shit. That was great, man.
And my favorite episode was the
Oh,
origin
good.
of Bulletproof. That was a great episode.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was great.
And it touched on some serious tones. I mean, it was violent, but not super violent. And there was some emotions in it. So if you can pull that in a cartoon, imagine what you can do in modern day today. Because some of these
True.
like some of these shows like for instance, like if you get the people who did Transformers Prime to do Cops, I think it would be a hit. Because even though Transformers Prime it was a deep show. It was a very
Yes,
emotional
it
show that
was.
had something had.
Yeah.
So get those guys to do it, you could have a great great series. And then the toys will be flying off the shelves.
How pissed I was that they killed fucking Cliff Jumper off in the first goddamn episode.
Yeah, man.
That's because they didn't want to pay. They weren't going to pay The Rock for more than one.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
That's exactly why. And I'm like, why even cast him then?
Exactly.
They said, but I tell you what, that set the pace of the show for me. I was like, oh, this show is serious,
And then when they brought him back in the Dark Energon, the zombie, that was great too. So
Even the flashbacks too about RC tailgate, him coming in there, and that was also a show that came out before the toys.
Yeah.
As far as I remember.
True.
Yeah.
And a lot of the hype was like, oh, I need to get these toys. But lastly on Cops, do you think if Hasbro was to bring it back, it would be part of the shared universe and would be part of like integrated into G.I. Joe, more military police?
I hope no, because I would like to leave it in the future, instead of bringing it to the shared universe. So incorporating that, like the only way they'll incorporate it, like I said, like what they did with Bulletproof, and him being related to the Bulletproof and the GI Joe line, and that's about it. I would love to keep that separate. It doesn't need to be shared, within the universe. Let
Doesn't
it
mean
be
that he used to breathe new life into G.I. Joe.
No, let it be a bit sci-fi action, grounded, because it's still cops, and in the city and the nitty gritty and stuff like that. It can work fine, That's what I would do. I would leave it that way. Don't put it with Transformers or GI Joe or anything like that. It will work fine just without it. It worked fine back then. It will work fine now.
Mark Wahlberg is long arm.
His thick Boston accent. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf as hardtop. Yeah, that would be bad.
Yep.
All right, moving on into some topics now. I found this on Facebook. I don't remember who it was. I think it was like Screen Rants or something. But they posted the 15 greatest comic book deaths, and we're going to discuss them and see if they're right. Maybe the order that they're in. I don't know if you want me just to go through them all, or do you want to go through number 15, talk about it, and go to the next one, or whatever. But it's up to you guys.
I say let's go
through it
one by one.
One by one?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Talk about them.
So number 15 is Green Arrow. If you don't remember, he died.
Yeah.
Is
And
this Connor Hawk or this is Oliver Queen?
this is Oliver Queen.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
I think Chris would ask, was he wearing a shirt?
Oh, damn it, Dust. Fucking thunder thiefing people, man.
This is the episode. Or this is the comic that he died in the airplane. He did not want to be saved by Superman because Superman was going to have to cut off his arm. And he was like, "Fuck it, I'd rather die." But impactful?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
No, because because I'll tell you why. Even though I like Green Arrow and stuff like that, I mean you rather die because you won't have an arm. I mean, you can in him with a cybernetic arm. I mean,
Yeah.
fucking in
Arsenal.
Dark Knight Returns, he had
Yeah.
one arm and he's still kicking ass with that one arm. So fuck
Yep.
that. You know?
Exactly.
Sorry, not
Yeah.
impactful.
So
The end.
there we go. Number 14 is Supergirl from Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Oh, it's not on the TV show. Damn it. Never mind.
No, sorry, that's still going.
No.
She brought her cousin in to help out.
Surprised it's not higher up on the list.
Yeah.
Supergirl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that impactful?
I mean, I don't think it was that impactful because in the end, there was different Supergirls. You know what I mean? There was
Yeah.
always,
But
it's
come on, we all remember that cover. That cover was really powerful.
that
That was
the
a
only
powerful
thing-
cover.
That's the only thing I would say makes it impactful because it was a powerful cover. But if you look closely in that fucking background, there was another fucking Supergirl right there anyway. So, so again, you kind of cancel each other out. You know what I mean?
You mean
There's
PG?
She's disposable. It's okay.
Right,
Yeah, it's
You
true.
mean PG?
yeah. George
That's awesome.
Perez, man. Shout out to him. Great artist.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. I mean, the emotion with Superman grabbing her, then
Yeah.
doing the pose and screaming. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
All right, number 13. This is from the X-Men Second Coming, Nightcrawler. Taking on Bastion.
Shit. I
I
forgot.
can't. It's. I like Nightcrawler, but he wasn't that important to me in X-Men universe.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
Excalibur. And then even with Excalibur, he wasn't that important to me in that series.
Really?
Yeah, because other people kind of took the shining point from them. Let's see, Kitty Pryde, Captain Britain.
Yeah.
Megan,
Oh, yeah. I remember Excalibur. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. So
Megan and all that.
yeah. So to me, in the end, eh,
When this death happened, Marvel was killing people every other month.
right,
So
exactly.
It didn't really surprise, and it didn't really have that
Yeah.
big of an impact.
And again, it's Nightcrawler. He's not like he's an important X-Men character, but not as important as other ones over the past 30 years.
Oh, really?
He totally got a fucking real raw deal, man, because he
He
was really
did,
a major part of that new team, and he was really good during the books, and then they just kind of phased him out, man. They just
Exactly.
phased him out.
Yeah.
Once they put him on the B squad with Excalibur, you knew it was done for him.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, they stripped him of his power, so he couldn't do anything
He
for a
couldn't do
while,
shit,
too.
but all he could do was just swashbuckler. That was it.
Yeah.
The roster was just getting way too big.
Yeah, and somebody had to go, and poor Nightcrawler was the one that had to go.
But he was I loved the character back in the day because he was the one that grounded Wolverine.
Me too,
Yeah.
and I
Kept
liked
him in check in a way. His drinking
that,
buddy.
and I liked all the banter with him and Wolverine. I liked the banter with him and Colossus, the team ups with him and Colossus, and with that too.
Yeah.
And so, but in the end, they pussied him down, and that was it.
Yeah, I remember the Uncanny X-Men 300 where he came back a little bit, and they're like, "Oh, it's Nightcrawler." It's like, no, he's just here to help out Forge. All right, bye-bye. But okay, so moving on to the next one, number 12, Green Lantern from Final Night. This, I guess, he's a Parallax, persona,
Another gimmick death.
but he reignited the sun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Speaking of Green Lantern, we have one right here live on the show.
Do you see yourself as a Hal Jordan, a Kyle Rayner, a John Stewart, or dare I say, Guy Gardner?
Sorry, man. Kilowog all the way.
Kilowog, all right.
Killer Wow, Poozer.
Captain Greenstreet.
Right.
You Poozer.
Nah. Paul Jordan was the man, and I mean, I like John Stewart. John Stewart was a little bit of a tight ass though, which at some point was like, come on, dude.
Gotta
Well,
hide
that's
the ring
military,
somewhere.
though. I think.
Kyle.
Yeah.
I'm Kyle. I'm Team Kyle. Team Kyle all the
See,
way.
I like Kyle, but then when he got punched by Batman, all his credentials just went out the door. One punch, Kyle
You're
Gardner.
thinking of Guy. Yeah.
Oh, was
that's
that
the guy?
oh,
Guy
Guy
Gardner.
Gardner.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Guy Gardner.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that's who he punched. It was Guy Gardner.
Even when I was
Lost all
watching,
his street cred.
I was
Yeah,
watching
always
the
good.
Justice
was
League
funny.
War.
Yeah.
That was funny with Hal Jordan in there, and Batman's like, "So you get all your powers from the ring, and you just swiped it from him." He's like, "What the hell? How'd you just do that?" It's like, "Oh, I just," and he just took his power ring, and nothing.
Yeah,
It's like,
that was it.
Ring,
George
man.
nothing.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But all right. So Green Lantern came back as the Spectre too. But all right, moving on to 11. Oh, we got a little bit of a echo. No. 11 is my favorite. I think it should be up there a little bit higher. I think it had an impact. It impacted their universe. But Captain Marvel from the Marvel series.
Yeah, he should have been in top 10.
Yeah.
I cried when I read that graphic novel.
Yeah, I had
cried.
that. I got
I
that.
teared up, yo. I was like, him laying in the bed like that, all frail looking, and
Lady
you
Death
know,
comes from him.
yeah. The feels. I'm alright. Look it up. Yeah, I think that should have been higher on the list, and that was an impactful death,
Yeah.
And they kept
Definitely.
his ass dead for a very long time too, which I give that respect to Marvel. You
Yeah.
know, they didn't bring him back like a cheap gimmick or whatever. So yeah.
Next up is number 10, Charles Xavier. Avengers versus
Cyclops?
X-Men.
I was gonna say which time?
Which time? Yeah.
Whoever put this list together must have started reading in like the past 5 years.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
seems-
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But
It didn't
you
hit me
have to
that
admit,
much.
it was pretty impactful though to see Cyclops, the prodigal son.
Out of all anybody who killed him, that Cyclops did it. Now it would have been more impactful if it wasn't him corrupted by the Dark Phoenix, and
Yeah.
if he just did it himself that way. Then I would say, oh fuck yeah, But
Yeah, because right after, that's the excuse he used. Oh, I was corrupted.
But he chose to. He chose to embrace the Phoenix.
true.
Yeah.
So he should blame himself. But... All right. And you guys can chime in. Any of the rest of you guys just, stop me. I'm just going to keep rolling here. Number 9 is Peter Parker. Amazing Spider-Man 700.
I wish they
Oh,
kept
like,
him dead.
Again,
I wish they
something
kept him
modern.
dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like I kind of glad he died, but because Peter Parker gets the raw end of the stick all the goddamn time, and I was like,
Yeah.
finally, let him die. You know what I mean? It's just
For real.
And it was like the ultimate fuck you to him too. That had when he died, fucking Doc Ock took over.
Yeah.
I just had to laugh at that shit, But nah, it wasn't that impactful to me, It was just like, I was just like, put him out of his misery. He was like a fucking lame dog, At this point.
Like, dog. Get out of here. Where are we going? We're just taking a last ride somewhere.
Come on, Petey. Come on, let's go for a ride.
Oh, man. Okay, number 8, Phoenix. Old school X-Men 137.
Oh, definitely.
That was
Deserves to be on
good.
there.
Yeah,
that was
deserves to be on the list, and that was
Well,
impactful too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Cyclops was a fucking mess with that shit,
I actually started reading Uncanny right during that whole
Yeah.
And
arc
all the
right
stuff, all the stuff that like
led up to and afterwards changed the X
yeah,
a
like
lot.
Madeline Pryor, X
Yeah.
Factor.
Yeah,
All of that.
Sinister just fucking with the Summers
Fuck
family.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking brother, yeah. It was great. It was great.
Yep.
So I think that deserves on the list. It was an impactful death, and it was a lot of repercussions of her death too. So I think it was great.
Yeah, I mean that whole story arc was fantastic with the
Mhm.
Hellfire Club and Mastermind playing her.
Yep.
You know, it's
The
great.
Starjammers and then even
Mhm.
the Imperial Guards.
Yeah, opened up
Yeah.
a lot of doors there.
Even the X-Men cartoon did it justice in a way. I agree
Yeah.
too. I think.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris Claremont, one of the greatest X-Men writers, man.
Yep,
Absolutely.
without a doubt.
Yeah, the impact that it had on a lot of the characters as well was really they did a good job making you feel that.
Right.
Yeah, that was the start of Cyclops' downfall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Leadership,
Yeah,
women choices,
Messy.
he was a mess, dude.
Mess. Yeah.
all that stuff.
He
Even
was a mess.
doing the X Factor stuff, but
And then he lost the title of
The
you know,
leader. Yep.
yeah, the
leader
Storm.
leading us. Yep.
Yeah, Storm whooped that ass.
Yeah, and she didn't have powers either. That's the sad
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
It's like so bitch.
I was just digging that book out of the box. I think that's the first appearance of Baby Nathan too.
Yep.
That issue.
Nathan Summers, you will become Cable.
Baby Nate.
Shout out to Baby Nate.
Number 7. I think this should be up a little bit higher on the list too. Is Rorschach from The Watchmen.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm gonna play a little bit of an asshole here with this one. I mean,
Somebody's got it.
you see, he was expected to die. He was leading to that path that ass was gonna die. You know what I mean? He wasn't gonna die that way. He was gonna die some other way. He was volatile. He was just a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. It was just gonna wait to happen somewhere or another. So, I don't know. I think,
But it fit the story and it made
fit the
it
story.
more
It
of
made
a.
it, yeah, it made the story and it worked great and everything like that. But yeah, if he didn't die that way, he was gonna get gang beat up and killed somewhere somehow or whatever. fucking with the wrong villain at some point and
All
haven't been there yet. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Asshole.
What a prick.
Don't hold back, Darius. Don't hold back.
That's how you really feel about it. That was like the next Play Arts Kai figure I was thinking about getting. Like, nah,
This is a safe
something wrong now.
place, man. Safe place.
Okay, number 6. This should be everyone's favorite. Wolverine.
Mm.
Who cares?
Can we just skip this one? Really?
I mean, how many times has he been?
Yeah. The person who could never die, he finally dies, and the way he dies, I'm like,
Getting enveloped by adamantium and looking at the setting sun or rising. I don't know what it was, but then just becoming a statue.
Yeah, really? He wanted to die, and he died peacefully. I want him to go out in a blaze of fucking glory,
Glory. Man, yeah.
but this way he died that way? Oh, fuck that.
That wasn't even the best Wolverine death, I don't think.
It wasn't. It was so
Yeah.
wasn't.
All right, number 5. Captain America from Captain America 25. Sharon
Definitely,
Carter
Mm,
shoots him.
Especially because everybody thought it was going to be Crossbones.
Yep.
yeah.
Hopefully, I'm not spoiling anything for anybody. I maybe should clarify that before I start
Spoilers.
comic books.
Well, it is a newer release, so maybe you are.
Victory spoiler.
I never read it, so I don't know. I didn't know that. Jeez.
Something to look forward to in the Marvel Universe cinematic series. No, that's not happening there, but still. I can just see it like little kids like, Mom, I thought they were getting along in Civil War. What? She killed him? No. What the fuck is that all about?
Hey, you know that's the nuclear option. They keep that in their back pocket in case he decides not to sign another contract.
Yeah.
Right. Hold on, little side question. Who put the little titles under the guys' names? Because Chris' name is the dabbing and scamming paint. Every time I see it, it just cracks me up.
That would.
Yeah, you can add that yourself. I'll show you how to do it.
That was in this game. I didn't saw that. I saw the down there before, but
I change it almost every week. So.
I just love it. I just love it. Okay, continue.
All right, so Captain America, that was good. Higher up, right where it's at, number 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For all that, you know who knew that he died. So there you go.
Mhm.
But wasn't it? He's like, I don't want to get into how he was actually came back on, but
Yeah.
Fucking modern trash you guys read.
yeah. Oh, okay. This isn't modern. This was voted by the people.
I know. I love it.
Jason Todd, Batman,
yeah.
28. Hey,
Man.
phone us if you want him to live or die.
Yeah.
He deserved to die, that fucking asshole.
For stealing Batman's tires all the way back then.
Word, yeah.
Jim Starlin's got at least 2 on this list then, because he did Captain Marvel and he did this.
Death in the Family, yeah.
But it was a small margin that he died.
Yeah, it was like, what,
Yeah.
50 votes or something like that?
Yeah.
It was the 9100 number. You had to call in the daily newspaper or whatever.
900 number.
Yeah, God.
900.
Set up the 900 numbers everywhere.
To this day, I remember the Fresh Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. It was 1-900-909-Jeff. Why I remember that, but
That and having a rotary phone.
How he died was just brutal though. You know, Joker was so fucked up in that, and that was just great. Reuniting with his mom betrayed him, beat him up with the crowbar to a bloody pulp, then leave him to die with a bomb in a warehouse. And Batman was just like 2 minutes too late, you know? Just great.
Yeah.
It was just great. It was just
Still haunted him all the way to Hush
yeah.
series.
So Jason Todd. Wait, so that woman really was Jason Todd's mom?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good series. Then he had amnesty through the wherever he was.
And Batman was going to kill him.
Superman intervened.
Superman intervened. The whole UN. He was going to kill him right in front of the UN, yo.
Wait. So Batman was actually finna kill the Joker, huh?
Yes, he was actually
Yeah.
gonna kill him at this point.
I need to go read that again. It's been a long time since I read that book. I think I've got the trade here somewhere. I'll look for it.
Yeah.
The Death of the Family was good. That was
one of the best Batman story arcs in a very long time.
We didn't get to see a lot of it in the Red Hood, the Batman animated movie, but I would love to have seen just a Death of the Family animated.
Yeah, redo it to do it that way. Yeah, because I'm hopeful because if they did if they just did the Killing Joke, I'm hopeful they will do Death in the Family. You know, it deserves it.
Except I don't want Batman to have to sleep with Batgirl or Robin.
Someone's got to get the Bat D.
That's all. I don't want to see that.
I know at the sidebar here. What if happened in the Killing Joke is a new trend, and like in the next Frank Miller piece, we get Carrie Kelly sleeping with Grandpa.
No.
Geriatric love.
Well, thank God they already did the animated movie, so we don't have to worry about that.
Right.
They're probably like, damn it, we had a missed opportunity.
Golly. They do Nightfall and then Bane's prison banging him.
Prison hating. Going on. Oh, well. All right. Well, that's number 4, Jason Todd. Number 3 is Batman from Final Crisis. Taking on, actually wanting to kill Darkseid. Loading a gun. And then he, not a crack shot, unfortunately. And then gets the Omega beams.
I don't think it deserves to be that high.
No.
And
He didn't kill it.
No. And I don't know. It just felt weird because Batman in Justice League Unlimited, he dodged the Omega beams and did a little bit of damage to Darkseid, and I don't know. But in the end run, I mean, Batman can't be super, and everything. So
Yeah, he's
I don't
still
know,
a
I
he's
just
still a dude.
he's still
Normal guy.
and it was kind of expecting him to die. I mean, Darkseid. Superman has a hard time dealing with fucking Darkseid. Batman has no fucking chance. So,
Yeah.
and I think, and that's the problem when people think that Batman is some omnipotent superhero that can do everything and all. And I love Batman, and he's one of my favorite characters. And I know that, you just can't. He got to. That's what I like about him. That his perseverance is what makes him great. And even with
Yeah.
his limitations, he tries and he tries and he tries. And
But
he
he's a great tactician, though. I mean,
yes,
taking on
And
Darkseid and
courage.
what Public Enemies,
yes,
or
that
no,
was
or
great.
the Supergirl story arc,
Super,
Right.
Apocalypse.
where he
Yeah,
actually
Apocalypse.
like
Yeah.
set all the bombs and like, well
Right,
played.
and that's how
Darkseid's
you
like,
do
well
it.
played.
You get the big gun, distract Darkseid while he's out in the shadows doing his thing, and going from the inside out and taking him out. Destroying Apocalypse, destroying his base, his everything, the what's more important to him, and everything like that. That works.
You
But in
don't
New
see
York,
him like Affleck just lifting and just power. Like, I'm gonna take on Superman. I gotta start bulking up. Get my cardio up. Yeah. All right, so that was number 3, Batman: Final Crisis. Number 2 is The Flash, Crisis on Infinite Earth. Barry Allen.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a sad one for me too.
Yeah, didn't
I was
expect it.
Yeah, I was 10 years old when I read reading that book, and he was running and running and running and running and running until there was nothing left of him, man. And then what brings it to tied it together with Flash Rebirth when he came back and Wally's oh, did you remember me? How could I ever forget you? Again,
Yeah.
the feelings, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that it deserves to be in that spot. Maybe number one to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, but yeah, great sacrifice. And people don't give Flash the credit that he deserves, and now, I'm glad we see the credit that he's getting now.
Yeah.
It took about 20 something years, but I'm glad.
Yeah, no one really knew what Flash did
Right.
in
And that's
Crisis.
the
Yeah.
thing too, right? That no one would never know. And because he set everything kind of straight, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, it pisses me off because it kind of felt like it was all done for nothing, and we had to deal with, Zero Crisis and what was the other one? All these other multiverse ish problems they always had in DC universe.
0 Hour
Zero
and
Hour, yeah, exactly that one too. So yeah, so.
Oh yeah, Batgirl can walk. What?
Always a crisis.
Holy Crisis.
Crisis everywhere. Everywhere there's crisis. Crisis over here, there's crisis over there, there's crisis.
There.
Well, I mean, it's a crisis or it's an embargo. So take your pick. What if there's an embargo crisis?
So what is the official title for the Justice League movie? Is the word crisis in there? Anyway?
It's just Justice League so far.
All right, so number 1.
Here it comes.
I know everyone on the panel knows, but I'm sure everyone that's watching or is going to watch knows number 1. But it is.
Gwen, right?
It's who?
Gwen Stacy.
It's Gwen Stacy. I mean,
Yeah,
man, that was.
yeah.
So thanks, Russ.
It was the first time the Red Skull died in Captain America 300. Cap's holding him right there. He's dying of an old man until he becomes Jason. It's actually Superman. Dan Jurgens, that son of a bitch.
Oh.
Really?
75, number 75, died at the hands of Doomsday. Metropolis.
who did it affect besides Superman?
No goddamn body.
The world.
Superman
The
took
world,
a nap.
but
He took a fucking nap. That's what
Hey,
it was.
listen.
He took a
that's
fucking
exactly
nap,
what
people.
happened.
Well,
Guys,
He got
guys,
beat to sleep. That's exactly what happened, pretty much.
listen. If he had never gone, if that had never happened, we never would have gotten Shaquille O'Neal in a Superman movie.
We would have got Steel, the Eradicator, Superboy.
I got this great idea.
The
We're
Cyborg,
gonna kill
Henshaw.
Superman, and we're gonna make money. But then we're gonna bring back 5 new titles to make even more money.
Oh,
And when
Yeah.
Superman comes back, he's going to have a sweet mullet.
mullet, and he's got a black suit.
A black suit.
I kind of thought Superman interesting was on here.
It was.
Depends on who drew him at the time, because some guys who drew him at the time, like, look horrible.
Yeah.
Like Walt Simonson did the work of Action Comics of one of the Superman. Was horrible. The only one I think I liked that the best who did Superman with the mullet was Tom Grummett, who did the Superboy stuff, and that was the best one. And I think the Superboy one worked the best out of all the other wannabe Supermen at the time.
Yeah, he was a cocky little prick.
Yeah, but that's what I liked about him. He was a
Yeah.
little douchebag,
Yeah.
And he learned the hard way, becoming a superhero that way too,
Yep. And well, it did have some impact on certain other characters. It started the whole DC wave of like, we're gonna kill or break everyone. But it fucked up Green Lantern because Coast City was destroyed.
Coast City was destroyed. He snapped and he killed the whole Green Lantern Corps, and he became Parallax at that time.
So he snaps Sinestro finally, in the neck and just killed him. Like, wow.
And Aquaman lost his hand trying to save his son. Wonder Woman was replaced by what's her name? Shoot,
Artemis.
Artemis, yeah.
And it was a time when all the core guys was just having some issues in that time period. Batman got his back snapped, and he had Gene Paul Valley.
You're gonna say Batman got his groove back.
That was something different.
The funny thing about that is, relating to the Batman, breaking of the bat. Okay, so Bane breaks the bat, tires him out, does all that. It's okay, cool. He breaks him. Now he's paralyzed. Whatever. Now Bruce comes back as Batman. Whatever, I don't know how, but why couldn't Babs do anything for Barbara Gordon when she, loses those, her legs and all that shit? I mean, that's just like kind of weird. The technology, Star Labs, all that type of stuff.
They had a story about that.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah. They offered her implants and she refused them.
Well, she's a bitch.
Like D cups.
double E's, and she didn't want them.
Well, then she got what she deserves. That's all I'm saying.
Because I remember like Birds of Prey 8, where Dick is taking her out to the circus, and they swing on the trapeze. Like, oh, isn't that cute? And her legs are tied together and all that stuff.
Batman.
Half man, half amazing.
Originally, the Killing Joke wasn't supposed to be in canon.
Yeah, I've heard it's an outside Elseworld.
It was supposed
It
to
was supposed to be in Elseworlds, and then the uproar over it was so big that John Ostrander decided to fix it. Where if they had just ignored it, it was a one-shot story. So they created their own problem with that.
Yeah. All right, well, that's the list. Do you guys agree with it? Who would you have as number one?
Dude, what about
Barry Allen?
Bucky?
Whoa, one at a time, please.
I think
Who said Bucky?
The old man's tired and cranky here. Brian, what were you saying?
Dude, the Transformers original series, issue 24, man. Optimus Prime dies in that stupid video game.
Oh God, that was awful. I was trying to think in right around that same time in the Transformers comics. I'm looking at it right now. I can't find it. They were on Cybertron. It was Blaster, and this little guy turned into a wheel.
Yes, he died in molten lava or something like that. Yeah.
Scrounge,
bothered
right?
I remember. I mean, that bothered me when I was a kid because that was like just a really cool story and a really cool character.
I remember that too. Yeah.
They basically put him in there to get killed, but that's kind of bothered me for some reason as a child.
There's so many that weren't on this list, like Shazam and Kingdom Come.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talking about Gwen Stacy, Captain Stacy, her father.
Yeah.
I mean, Harry Osborn.
Yeah.
Norman Osborn.
Craven.
Yeah,
that should have been on.
That was good.
Yeah, there's so many better ones. But you like what Dutch said, somebody who just been reading comic books within the last 5 or 10 years compiled this list,
Yeah.
because there's so many other great things that's in that series in comic books that happen.
I tell you one thing though, there was this video that the guy that directed the Chronicle did, where he was talking about the death of Superman. He says the one
Mike
thing that it did for him,
Max,
yeah,
what's his name? What's this father's that
the guy
famous
that directed,
director?
yeah,
Yeah, shoot.
Robert Zemeckis.
No, not Zemeckis. The guy who did American
Back.
Werewolf in London. Who
Oh
did that?
yeah, yeah, him.
John
Okay,
Landis.
John
Yeah, yeah,
Landis.
John
Max.
Landis.
Yes, Mac
Oh,
Landis. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. He was saying that for him, the death of Superman and the way they brought him back, it killed death, the meaning of death in comics. So now
Mhm.
when a character dies, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It
how about
wait.
All Star Superman? All Star Superman. I remember and it's a comic, but I remember the
Yeah.
actual movie. How
Yeah.
Superman got. I mean, Luthor finally got him, and he went up to ignite the sun or did something, and he died. And it's boom,
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
That
pretty.
was a better death for him than anything else.
And
But
also, no Uncle Ben on the list.
thank God.
Bruce's parents.
What about
No
Martha?
Bruce's parents.
Martha
Yeah.
wasn't.
Ben was a hero.
My favorite that should have been on there, but it wouldn't because it's not that impactful. But for me, it was G.I. Joe 108 or 109, the Saw Viper, when he just
Oh
killed
yeah, kill
all
mow them
like
all
Quick Kick,
down. Yeah.
Doc,
Quick
all
Kick,
those guys.
Doc, Sneak Peek, all those dudes. Yeah.
I was like, and he just shot him in the pit, just boom, boom, just when they're coming out. I'm like, holy crap, that's like, you watch the cartoon and then you read the comic, like, holy shit,
Yeah.
wow,
Even
he did
Hammond was
that.
talking about that, like, he would get this list of new guys that you have to bring in one issue, and he's like, well, there these guys go. Here come these new. You know what I mean?
Yeah, during that time period, a lot of Joes was getting killed like left and right. They brought in they created one guy to get killed, and that rookie guy, I forgot what his name was. Then
New
the
guy.
whole and
New guy.
new
Big
guy,
Bob.
yeah. And then Battle Force 2000 got all wiped up except for Dodger in the oil field.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were just like, I think they had too many guys in the roster. They had to clean house.
Yep.
Yeah, they didn't.
I mean, when
They didn't know how to-
when you're writing a book for Company H, that's how it was.
They didn't know how to riff anybody. They just killed them all.
What was
Not a big room.
what was the comic? Was it Devil's Due, G.I. Joe, that Jinx killed Chuckles? Remember that she had to prove herself.
Yeah.
Just like shot him in the head or something.
Chuckles.
Like wow.
Oh, Chuck.
Chuckles with his Hawaiian shirt.
Oh man.
That was
a
the
great
only
character.
Joe figure back in the '80s that actually had a functioning holster. That
Yep.
was-
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I always thought that was cool and didn't
I
like.
love Chuckles. He
Yeah,
was
me
my.
too.
He
was
never
my
said
mag-
anything. He never
Chuckles
said
was like-
anything in the cartoon, did he?
He
No.
was in the movie. That was it.
No, he was
Yeah,
in the
but-
movie. That was it. But
Right.
Chuckles was my Magnum PI and my GI Joes.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Miami Vice.
Yeah.
Dude.
He was
I just like the character.
What?
He had a loud pine shirt.
What about the Thing? Did you guys read Fantastic Four when the Thing died just recently?
Recently?
No.
Yeah.
No, they no. I know when they ended the series, I remember they killed off Johnny Storm in that one. And so again,
What about the Heroes Reborn when they all killed the Avengers or the non-mutants for taking on Onslaught? And Liefeld and all those guys came back to write them in their other storyline.
that was a mess. I liked when because Liefeld fucked it up for everybody because again, that time he never finished shit. And so they had they gave him Captain America, they gave him Iron Man too, I think.
And
They gave-
Avengers.
and the
Avengers. Jim Lee
yeah.
had Iron Man.
Fantastic.
Four. He had Fantastic Iron Man. They had to give Jim Lee Iron Man because Liefeld couldn't finish it, and yeah, the whole Heroes Reborn was just bad.
They couldn't give Iron Man a Liefeld because Iron Man flies. That means he'd have to draw his feet. So Shout out to Liefeld Triangles.
and his Iron Man was just a fucking copy of Die Hard from Young Blood.
Yeah.
There's always a rocks in front of everybody's feet somewhere in some panel.
Liefeld couldn't get past. It was Cable was a patriarch for like Cabot and all those other guys.
On a
Bloodstone.
note here, guys, I gotta bounce out. So
All right, man.
I want to say
All right,
goodnight.
man.
Guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good night. Peace.
You too, my friend. Good night.
Night, man.
Night.
With that said, I guess we'll end it right now. No.
And shout out to Liefeld for milking Deadpool to the very, very, very end, to the last drop.
Who would have thought that would have been such a huge cash cow?
Who would you thought that copy of Deathstroke would have been so great, you know? Oh, well.
And that's the thing. When
Not sure.
Liefeld did Deadpool, it was a copy of Deathstroke. When
I actually have Deathstroke in my hand right now.
Nice.
Oh.
But like the writers that came after Liefeld made
Right. And they didn't,
like
and they
Fabian
don't-
Nicieza or however you say it. You know, Chuck Kelly.
Definitely Joe Kelly. Yeah, and I think Joe Casey too, or was he an artist?
Joe Casey wrote a couple too, I think.
Yeah. But and those guys don't get any credit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For making Deadpool what he is today, you know? The life, you know.
And he even shoehorned Cable into that Heroes Reborn stuff, if you remember correctly.
Yeah. One last topic. I'm just curious. Why the hell is Cyborg on the JLA? I'm just curious. Justice League. When did he get thrown into the Justice League as like this is the new?
I don't know. I guess maybe it has something to do with the fact that he was member of the. Well, I guess he was a member of. Remember the old '80s? What was that?
Superpower collection, yeah.
Yeah, the Super Friends
That
or whatever.
Super Friends and Superpowers.
Yeah, that might have something to do with him and Firestorm was on there, but yeah. Looks like he should. I guess maybe he quote unquote graduated up to the league from the Titans.
There's the animated. Is it the Justice League versus the Teen Titans? And he he ends up fighting with the Justice League, and at the end they said he's coming back, and I don't. He had a very smart ass quip, and I don't remember what it was, but I don't remember what it was. Something about I would never go back down to the Titans. I didn't. Obviously, they're not working off of that, but.
Yeah, he bought him pizza and showed up at Titans Tower.
And another reason is that, and it's the truth, it's like, more African American superheroes in the forefront, and that's another thing.
Okay.
So let me ask you guys this, James, who would you have rather seen, in this first batch of heroes other than him?
Well, I was just kind of curious of why. Not just the cinematic world, but like you saw that in the movies. Like I was just watching Justice League War. That's where he was like created in that movie realm. Then you see him in Doom, and then you see him all.
New 52.
Yeah. And I was just curious when he graduated up to that because I thought there's other characters because he's more of a mentor for the Teen Titans. Nightwing, or even in the cinematic world, I would rather have seen like Martian Manhunter. But yet they'd have to embargo him from Supergirl.
Yeah. And another issue too is also like Green Lantern should have been in it, should have been it. But since the horrible movie, they're trying to shy away from him a little bit more before they start to reintroduce him. And so they weren't left with much because Hawkman and Hawkgirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and the Flash. Unless if they wanted to go the route with Apache Chief, and then I don't know.
I forget. That's the guy that got real tall, right?
But I mean, I think by default, at this point, Cyborg was the only guy who could fill those big shoes. Having the popularity of the Teen Titans from the comic books and the animated series back in the early 2000s,
or even Teen Titans Go.
And even Teen Titans Go, he was a right candidate for it, For younger viewers, for younger members who can say, "Oh, Cyborg from Teen Titans, he's a Justice
Yeah.
League member."
Well, yeah, he gives that youthful spirit to the team that's
Mhm.
like all serious and all business at times, but
Right.
I don't know. I think that role could be the Flash too.
Yeah, it could be the
Yeah.
Flash. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be Cyborg.
And how
Before the New
young?
52, I
But I
forget
think
who
the
the writer
Flash is
was.
still.
Sorry, I
was
was
just-
just saying. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, man.
Oh, I was just curious. How young of a demographic are they going for? Because after BBS came out, listening to people's reviews who brought their young kids are like bored as hell with the movie. I was just kind of curious. So even if they do introduce characters from the Teen Titans or whatever, I mean, would the kids still even be interested in the movie? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe Cyborg will
Yeah.
transform.
Do you guys think they'll try to do a new Green Lantern movie?
Are they doing one? Yeah.
Not why are they going to do one?
Yes. This is. I think by 2019. I think something like that. Target date.
Yeah.
They got to have Lantern in there somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
He
a
has
rumor
to
that Green Lantern was going to be in Justice League before they made it Cyborg, and it was supposed to be Common as John Stewart.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, they talked actually about that too, and I think that he would have been a great cast for Jon Stewart as well. Well, you never know. They may still cast him for that.
What I was trying to say earlier is that before the New 52, for minority representation in the league, they had Black Lightning in there, and I forget who the writer was, but that was good. He was really good in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I liked his counterpart in Super Friends, Black Vulcan.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah,
No.
Oh, yeah, God.
You went there. The short.
The shorts, I know.
I don't know.
Samurai.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys can find this on YouTube, but I remember back in the 90s during the death of Superman, the SNL did a skit of Superman's funeral, right? And then Sinbad was the Black Lightning, and he couldn't get into the funeral for some reason, and how and he was getting upset that he was part of the league and all this other stuff, but they wouldn't let him in. And then in the end, he was just screaming, "Black Lightning!" and doing this and stuff like that. It was just so great. I hope we can find that on YouTube somewhere. It was so funny. But yeah, I mean, there's recently I got to give it to DC using their minorities guys in a lot of the superhero forefront, like Manny Ramirez as Blue Beetle, Vixen, they're using her in there. Who else besides Cyborg and Mr. Terrific, now part of the Green Arrow series. Who else is there's quite a few minority superheroes that are popping up in there too.
Yeah, I like Mr. Terrific.
Vixen.
Too. Yeah. Icon and Rocket, which I was shocked to see them in Young Justice, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah.
And Static, of course, another one.
Yeah, Static Shock.
Yeah. Cartoon had 5 seasons.
Yeah, a longest season at all, any fucking cartoon series, which is shocking, because a cartoon series will last about 2 to 3 seasons tops, and that one had 5 fucking seasons. Amazing.
Would they ever consider putting that Hawk Girl or whatever in there from the Justice League TV show?
God, no, please don't.
No. He said from the TV show. You mean for the animated show, right? Shira Hall.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I thought you were talking about the tomorrow.
No. He's talking about the redhead. I'm gonna pummel you with this magic mace.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Okay, I can't lie. I liked her.
Yeah. Wasn't that the awesome Hawk Girl? That was when Hawk Girl was cool, man.
Yeah.
One of the best episodes of Justice League Unlimited was the whole Gladiator. the gladiator femme fatale thing where
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
either
when
take
they
on
all
Black
had to fight
Canary and
one.
they all take
Yeah.
over Wonder
Vixen,
Woman at the end.
Hawk Girl, yeah. They
Yeah.
had to
One.
fight
Yeah. That was
yeah,
good.
Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like holy shit. There we go.
And another one with her, I was one of my favorite ones too. Got me in the feels is when she had to put down Solomon Grundy with the Myth
Oh
Machine.
yeah,
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
That was a heartbreaker.
Yeah, that one did give you the feels. You was
Yeah.
talking about
That
trying to
was,
get
I mean,
his
that was pretty
soul
good writing
back, yeah.
on
Great
the whole
writing.
thing
Great
where
writing.
she gets kicked out of the. Well, she didn't get kicked out of the team. She just leaves,
Yeah.
and then she's just on the sidelines hanging out with Doctor Fate.
Yeah.
But and then she finally comes back. But that was pretty good.
Now, what gave you more feels, that one or Batman and Ace?
Oh
Batman
yeah,
and Ace.
yeah.
Batman and Ace. Yeah.
Oh, that tore me up, man.
That was
Yeah.
powerful. Oh man, yeah.
I'm about to start crying now.
I'm
Gotta
like
keep it
the
in.
people that's doing these movies, man. Why are they not contacting the writers of this cartoon show? Seriously.
I know.
There's supposed to be a Judas Contract animated film coming out.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. Wow. Yeah, that's one of my
I
favorite.
almost want to say it was confirmed. Let me see.
Oh, please let it be confirmed, 'cause I
Judas
would love to see
Contract?
that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Teen Titans story with Deathstroke and Terra.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay.
Tara and Nightwing. Introduction to Nightwing's character.
yeah, and Jericho and Kid
Well,
Flash
the
quit.
Hive.
Yeah.
DC's website confirmed July 22nd. It's been long discussed, but it's now officially confirmed. Teen Titans: The Judas Contract
Awesome.
will be adapted into a feature-length animated film in 2017.
I remember Teen
Awesome.
Titans, the whole thing with Tara and Beast Boy.
Jericho.
Beast
Tara,
Boy,
Beast Boy.
Oh, okay, I
Now
got
this
you.
was just a cartoon back then. It was just like, wow, he
Yeah.
was still.
You know what's
Yeah.
weird? They softened that up a lot because in the comic books, that story is a lot more harsh. I mean,
Oh, hell yeah.
there was almost, I mean, it was like he was like having sex with her or something. They kind of made it out like that, you know? It was like he had a relationship with her. And it was kind of strange.
And Tara was banging Deathstroke at the same
Deathstroke
time.
too, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
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 We're all like, yeah.
Yeah.
And she wait, wasn't she supposed to be like 16?
See, that shit would work if you
Like
did.
Deathstroke cares?
Dave Wilson just
Ah.
likes to do whatever.
Wow.
Deathstroke said, I look young, fresh, and clean. It was good.
She literally moved the earth for him.
He was like, I'm going to hit that good, baby. Woo!
Deathstroke said if there's grass on the field, play ball.
Damn right, damn right. But that deal, baby, he's not good as shit.
All right. Well, with that said, maybe we'll talk afterwards.
Probably a good time.
We're going to wrap up the show here, do some outros, and yeah. We have some spots open, so if you guys want to jump in, we're going to be talking a little bit after we're off air, so we'll get some more juicy details on other things, or we'll just keep talking about how Slade and Tara did the nasty. But, Brian, you start us off.
That's everyone. Brian Brink on Facebook. You can find me in the groups and on the next episode of Figure Banging.
Awesome.
Charles?
All right, I'm Charles. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Optimus4Prez.
Awesome. And thank you for being on, Agent H.
Anytime. I love coming on this show, guys. So much fun. You can find me on Instagram on Cool Nerd Daz and Darius George on Facebook. And I'll be lurking and slipping company secrets.
Yeah.
And the man who dabbles in this scamming paint, who has a great DTOF lights. Man, damn, that thing's bright.
I know, right? It's
Yeah, you
beautiful,
know.
man.
They're had to dabble in some Dabbletree. That's made up word. To get them, you can find me on Instagram under Pinkerton PNKR10, and you can find me on the Good Book. Shout out to Jisk under under Christopher Pinkerton because that's what my mama named me.
Indeed.
Awesome. Yeah, he won't do that on the show. On this show, he saves that stuff for each year.
Well, you know, nothing's sacred at this point, and paint apps, nothing sacred.
Nothing sacred. You should include with all your figures a Sharpie. That's just funny.
That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna buy some. I won't buy Sharpies. I'll buy like Scarpies from the flea market. They're not even real. Yeah, I'm starting
Then
to
they're
get
getting a
every
complaint. There's no ink in this pen, you son of a gun.
That's right.
All right, Masterpiece Green.
What's up? You can find me at Nick Brammer on Facebook, at Brammer_Nick on Twitter, and Masterpiece Donkey Punch on CraniusFish.com.
Right on. I just want you to start like just making a rain, just like here we go. So you like green? Bam, there you go. Awesome. And Russell, the one who has the toys.
I knew me, creepy. Anyway, you can find me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and I'm always posting the ROC. Whereas lately, and posted more shit recently than I have. But anyway, that's not my wife's more active lately than I have been.
Hey, real quick, special shout out to Russ and Anna, man. They came through on some crucial pop figs for my oldest. He completed Suicide Squad, so good looking out. They have they have the secret pop Walmart up there where they live apparently, because everything pops down here.
They got like a shit. That's weird. Anyway, not Christian. You've done a lot of times, man. Anytime. That's what it's all about.
Right on.
Right on. I got only half of that.
You heard the important parts.
I did.
Yeah.
And Trent.
You can find me Trent5 at Twitter and Instagram.
Cool. And you can find me Victory Saber 77 on Instagram and YouTube. Facebook page is underneath my name right there. So if you want to join, click on the link on the Facebook page. If you're part of the ROC Facebook group, it's in there also. We're going to be talking after hours here. Some really cool stuff. Announcements. No show, no Plastic Fanatics for 2 weeks. Going on vacation. So I'm sure there'll be an ROC show of some sort.
Yeah, we'll slap something out there, just some unbroadcasted nonsense or something.
So you'll get your fix there. But definitely check out the ETR every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Jackal Squad. It's on the Roma Collectors YouTube channel, followed by the ROC Hangout. And Figure Banging every other Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looking forward to seeing what the next figure is going to be.
There's nothing worse on the market, I don't think. Unless somebody wants to send Ace the Tetrajets, I don't think there's anything worse.
Hard to top that dirt fryer, though.
Oh my God.
That was a mic drop. But thanks for everyone joining and watching and live, being in the chat and all that. A bit of people. I need to monitor the chat. Let me look here real quick. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, we have. Savage was in the chat. What the hell, man? Why
He
didn't
was
you join?
He was fam jamming. Shout out to Jiska again.
Knight of Ren, Uxala, Realm Collectors, Primicon, Van B, KJ Smith, MP Collector, Mr. Pinkerton, Sunday Heat, awesome. Mr. Tron Viper. Who else was there? Alexander Belinge. Who else? Primicon. I think that's pretty much it. David. No, we got that one. Collector. Art Pipe. Red Titan 5. David, aka Energon Addict. Cool. So I appreciate that. And with that, we will see you guys in 2 weeks.